331 News Tonight. I'm Scott Beadle. Tonight's big story: Louisiana lawmakers are now facing a special session to start at 6:30 p.m. a week from today. Governor John Bel Edwards has 4 items on the list of things to do, and they all deal with money. He says he's seeking to forestall a $1.3 billion fiscal cliff caused by an unstable budget, which he says is propped up by temporary revenue. Hurricane season is here, and Commissioner of Insurance Jim Dunnelan encourages people to read their insurance policies carefully.
I suggest it's a great time to do an overall insurance checkup. Get with your professional, your agent, and see what you have in the way of coverage and what's not covered. By that I mean, what is your deductible?
It is very important to review your insurance policy and check for a storm deductible, a named storm clause, and exactly what is covered by your policy. Well, it looks like we're stuck in an unsettled weather pattern right now. Meteorologist Ross Whitley is here with your weather.
Unsettled to say the least, and some tropical moisture out there adding to the misery. Dew points in the 70s today, so it feels nasty out there. Temperatures today only getting up to 84. We should be around 87 this time of year, but thunderstorms have been all around us. So far, we've lucked out here in Alexandria, only gotten a trace of rain so far, but it is out there and it's moving around, and we're going to see it for the next several days. Luckily, we're not near the 102 with the dew point in the 70s. That would just be downright unbearable. Last year we were around 83, so actually pretty close to where we were last year. We have this pattern continuing at least until the weekend, and then maybe some hope. I'll have the details on that coming up just a little bit.
Thanks, Ross. Avoyles deputies report an inmate who had escaped last week has been found. Deputies say they captured Travison Lavallee in Marksville around noon today. They say he was hiding in an apartment. 3 other people have been arrested in connection with his recapture. 28-year-old Anita Lavallee of Hesmer, 36-year-old Sean Lavallee of Marksville, and 36-year-old Latoria Patterson of Bunkie all face charges of accessory to escape. Avoyles Sheriff Doug Anderson says additional arrests are expected. Rapids deputies arrest 2 men for thefts of 3 Harleys dating back to March. They are 47-year-old Stephen Lee Blevins of Ball and Justin Lane Booty of Alexandria. Deputies have charged them with thefts and criminal trespass. Deputies say the motorcycles have been recovered and returned to their owners. They say 2 were stolen from the Colleen area, and the other was found on Bill Jowers Road. Rapids deputies say they've cracked a theft ring involving vehicle burglaries in the Pineville, Tioga, and DeVille areas. They've arrested 34-year-old Joshua James Arnold, 41-year-old Angela Marie Darden, and 34-year-old Patrick Allen Brown. Arnold and Darden are charged with burglary and theft. He's also accused of being a felon in possession of guns. Brown is accused of being in possession of stolen goods. Today, the Mentoring Task Force Committee met to discuss solutions and options to provide Rapids Parish students with a positive and safe environment so they can excel academically.
This committee has been meeting now for almost a month on a regular basis, a little over a month. And we're studying different methods or programs that we might be able to recommend to the school board to assist our young people, particularly in the failing schools, to try to involve the community and to explore whatever resources we can to try to help these children.
The committee is due to turn in their report to the school board on July 18th. They're requesting funding and involvement from both the board and the community. The Louisiana High School Athletic Association voted to bring the girls basketball and state powerlifting championships to Alexandria. The vote was made after representatives from Alexandria offered an impressive presentation to the LHSAA yesterday.
It's something that we're proud of, something that's going to be a huge economic impact for the region, something that's going to bring a lot to our hotels, our motels, just besides the athletic events. But we're a great city, we're a great community, we're a great parish, and we want to showcase, and we did showcase in our presentation to the Louisiana High School Athletic Association that we are ready to be a championship city, a championship community, and to make a difference in our community as we have received these bids for the future.
The championships will take place in the Rapids Parish Coliseum during the 2018 and 2019 school years. Avoyles Parish is booked with some exciting events this month. from concerts to festivals.
Especially, we started off with the month of June. Started off that first weekend. We have the Louisiana Forms Festival on June 2nd and 3rd, right there in the middle of Mooresville, in downtown Mooresville. Megan is doing a real good job with putting that festival together, along with a great team. And
to find out more on upcoming events, visit travelofOils.com, or you can check out the Facebook page. Biking across the nation sounds like a pretty difficult task, but some folks are doing it for a pretty good reason. A nonprofit organization, Bike and Build, is working to help provide affordable housing in the U.S. through cross-country cycling trips. St. James Episcopal Church has opened their doors for the participants this evening, giving them a place to sleep and prepare for the next leg of their journey.
We have been sponsoring them for a night since this southern route started in 2009, and it's turned into an annual affair for us.
We bike between 60 to 100 miles a day, and if we're not biking, then we're building. We've built on habitat sites in Tallahassee, Jacksonville, and an SBP site in New Orleans for 2 days. I think this summer I wanted an adventure, but I also wanted a chance to give back to the communities. Affordable housing is a really crucial issue in our society, and especially in my hometown of Washington, D.C. And so spreading awareness and helping the cause was just a great bonus.
The participants will have access to showers, dinner, Wi-Fi, and a place to sleep for the night at the church. Tomorrow morning, they'll be treated to breakfast before continuing their cross-country trip, which started in Florida and will come to an end in California. To learn more about their organization, you can visit bikeandbuild.org. Today, Billy Ray Mangum and Carl Block began their 2-day clay workshop called Stretching a 3D Canvas at the River Oaks Square Arts Center.
We teach several times a year. Carl Block and I teach a couple of workshops together across the country. And our technique is, our way of teaching is we just teach people the basic essentials, the basic techniques to get going. And once you touch clay and once you start working with clay, you move into a whole nother realm where you're just kind of locked into that creative thing.
Billy and Carl invite the public to come out and see their work tomorrow night between 5 and 7 at the Bolton David Gallery. And of course, admission is free. Bread or Stones is a Christian collaboration of churches and individuals working together to better the lives of children in the state. Bishop David Talley announced his endorsement to the Bread or Stones campaign today.
I join my brother bishops, 6 Catholic bishops, and leaders of 16 other Christian denominations in Louisiana in committing myself to this action of caring for the least ones, our children. This Bread or Stones campaign focuses primarily on improving services in 4 areas. 1, the maternal and child health. 2, school readiness and school dropout prevention. 3, marriage and family support. 4, reducing child poverty.
Louisiana is one of the lowest ranking states in all areas of child well-being. Religious congregations and concerned citizens are encouraged to join the campaign by visiting the Bread or Stones campaign website. Growing your own herbs can be very rewarding when it comes to enhancing your meals, but when those flowers start appearing, what do? On this edition of Get It Growing, LSU Ag Center horticulturist Dan Gill explains what you should do with herbs that are bolting.
Growing herbs in home gardens has become increasingly popular over the years, and one of the most popular herbs to grow is cilantro. This is a bed of cilantro that you see here by me, and you notice it's coming into bloom. Now, when a vegetable or an herb that we grow for its foliage comes into bloom, that's usually not a desirable thing, and we call it bolting. So you may hear people say that their mustard is bolting or their turnip greens are bolting, and here you see the cilantro bolting. Now, once cilantro begins to bloom, the quality of the herb begins to go down. Now, cilantro belongs to a family that's important to herb growers that includes parsley, dill, and fennel. And you may see those herbs bolting this time of the year as well. Once you see the bolting occur, remember to harvest those herbs generously. Again, the quality of the foliage starts to go down when the plant begins to bloom. So start harvesting generously, freeze or dry the extras for all of these herbs, because once they finish blooming, these plants are going to die. So you want to go ahead and get your harvest in early. Now, harvest the foliage, but leave the plants in bloom in place. These small flowers attract tiny parasitic wasps to your garden that feed on the nectar, and then they go out looking for bugs to lay their eggs on. These parasitic wasps will help control pests in your garden. So let your parsley, dill, fennel, and cilantro bloom. Once the plants die, when they're finished, pull them up and be done with them. Forget it growing. I'm Dan Gill with the LSU Ag Center.
And for more information on other lawn and garden topics, call your parish LSU Ag Center Extension Service Office or visit the LSU Ag Center website at lsuagcenter.com and click on the Lawn and Garden button.
Stay connected with KLAX ABC 31. Visit us online anytime. Get today's top stories and trending topics. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. See our pics on Instagram. Watch us on YouTube. And make KLAXTV.com your home for local news and information. Plus, download the KLAX weather app for your smartphone or tablet. Get live current conditions, radar maps, alerts, and more. More ways to stay connected with KLAX TV.
President Trump has announced the United States will withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord. The decision follows intense lobbying on both sides of the issue that even caused a deep divide within the president's own inner circle. ABC's Janae Norman has the latest from Washington.
Another campaign promise kept.
We're getting out, but we will start to negotiate, and we will see if we can make a deal that's fair. And if we can, that's great. And if we can't, that's fine.
President Trump announcing in the Rose Garden today that the United States will officially withdraw, joining Syria and Nicaragua and not being a part of the Paris Climate Accord. Under the agreement, more than 190 countries committed to cutting greenhouse gas emissions in an effort to combat climate change. Trump wants to increase fossil fuel output in hopes of reviving the coal industry, though numbers show more Americans work in car washes, theme parks, and even Arby's employs more workers than the coal mining industry.
Global warming and that, a lot of it's a hoax. It's a hoax. I mean, it's a money-making industry, okay?
The president had strong opinions coming in on both sides of the issue from his inner circle. The decision is seen as a win for Chief Strategist Steve Bannon, who along with 22 Senate Republicans pushed for Trump to pull out of the deal. And it marks a loss for Ivanka Trump, Jared Kushner, and even the Pope, Apple CEO Tim Cook, and Tesla's head Elon Musk, who all lobbied to stay.
I think withdrawing from the Paris Accord is a historic, monumental mistake that we will pay the price for the next several generations.
Withdrawing from the Paris Climate Agreement won't happen overnight. The U.S. has to wait 3 years before it's eligible to withdraw, and then another year before that takes effect. So President Trump is essentially stuck with the agreement until just after the 2020 election. Janae Norman, ABC News, Washington.
So a little bit of humidity in the air out there.
Just a little bit. Dew points in the 70s out there. It was just 72. It is now updated to 70. Either way you look at it, it's steamy, oppressive, nasty. The dew points aren't going anywhere for the next 24 hours, but we do have changes to talk about. I'll have the details coming up next.
ABC 31 KLAX, the exclusive provider of ABC programming in Central Louisiana. We are the only station where you can watch new, first-run ABC programs like Dancing with the Stars, Designated Survivor,
Strike the Enemy,
Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's can deliver.
Damn right. Hi, I'm Michael Bailey. Call me at the number on the screen. See how easy and affordable television advertising can be.
Hi, meteorologist Ross Woodley. Looking at our high temperatures for today. I was going to say current there, but it's actually our high temperatures. We got to 84 here in Alexandria and everywhere else well below average for this time of year. We should be around 89 degrees for this time of year, and instead we're down in the low 80s. Even some places like Monroe only getting to 77 degrees today. And that's thanks to modest cloud cover and some rain out there. While we haven't seen a whole lot here in Alexandria, across the rest of the state, say to our south and to our east, plenty of rain cover, and just up to our north, more rain showers and thunderstorms in the area. Overnight tonight, we'll probably stay in this nice clearing that has developed from between Alexandria and Houston. Still watching some thunderstorms wandering around there, but one thing to note as of yesterday and today, is that these thunderstorms aren't moving very fast, and because of that, they're dropping a lot of rain in the same places, and flash flooding is occurring in certain places where these thunderstorms are happening, and it could happen here. It's just a matter of getting that thunderstorm in. Air mass is unstable, and we're going to continue to see these thunderstorms for the next couple of days. Right now, it's 82 degrees and partly sunny, and once again, the dew point's just miserable out there. 70 degrees for the dew point, making that 82 feel like 92 degrees. So while it's not hot out there, it feels hot. It feels nasty. The wind out of the north at 0 miles per hour, and visibility just fine as well, thanks to no rain in the immediate vicinity. Overnight tonight, I have about a 40% chance of a thunderstorm in a couple spots. As we lose the heating of the day, we'll lose that instability, and we'll also see those thunderstorms really die down overnight and then build back up tomorrow afternoon, and we're going to continue to watch that. So cloud cover for tomorrow, which means cooler temperatures once again and scattered showers and storms. And then the best chance of rain will be Saturday through Monday in the afternoon, with storms firing up with the heating of the day. And flash flooding is possible with any of these storms because they will be moving so slowly. So be on the lookout for that as we go through the next couple of days. Remember, turn around, don't drown. Our surface map for tomorrow, well, more of the same. Steamy air, humid air, whatever you want to call it, coming out of the Gulf, and we're going to continue to see this Gulf enhancement moisture just streaming northward. I wouldn't quite call it tropical because its origins are actually coming from the west, but it is tropical in nature, meaning that it's just some nasty humid air. And we're going to have that continuing across the southeast for at least the next couple of days, and then we get a cold front in here to kick some stuff out. Day planner for tomorrow looking much like today. Showers holding off until the afternoon, then thunderstorms just about everywhere around the area. Overnight lows tonight right around 67 degrees, about a 40% chance of scattered storms. And let's notch it up to about 50% for scattered storms tomorrow, with the highs right around 84 degrees. Our extended forecast continuing to show a lot of lightning bolts in there all the way into Monday. And then we get a little reprieve from the rain, but that might mean really warm temperatures. We'll track that as the forecast gets closer to the middle part of next week. That is a look at your weather and your 7 days. Scott?
All right, thank you, Ross. Food allergies, something that millions of Americans have to live with. But how do you know if your food allergies and sensitivities are actually real? With more, here's Kenneth Moten.
Peanuts, shellfish. For some of us, they are treats and delicacies. Now, new research suggesting that up to 3.6% of patients showing up to the hospital may believe they have a food allergy, intolerance, or sensitivity, even though the number who actually have such a condition may be far lower. Researchers at Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston looked at records of about 2.7 million patients, finding that females and Asians tended to mostly common report food allergies or intolerances, and that the allergies to shellfish were the most commonly reported. But the researchers also finding that not all of these patients actually had confirmed allergies. 1 in 5 patients with a peanut allergy, for example, received follow-up testing. Important, since believing you have a food allergy when you don't can lead to anxiety about future food reactions, seeking potentially expensive alternate foods, and even avoiding certain social situations. Bottom line, if you think you have a food allergy, it may be a good idea to get tested, because the proof is in the peanuts.
Coming up, the LSUA softball team's historic season came to an end today in the College Softball World Series. Plus, the La Tech baseball team set up program first. Nick has your details next.
Rod Serling created The Twilight Zone in 1959. Serling frequently used the show's premise of ordinary people in extraordinary circumstances to examine real-world issues such as censorship.
You are obsolete, Mr. Wordsworth.
Racism.
It's important to get with the majority, isn't it?
And war.
How many men have to die before you're satisfied?
These stories, submitted for your approval, can only be found in The Twilight Zone.
Watch MeTV Alexandria over the air on Channel 31.2.
It's been an historic season for the LSUA softball team. The Generals broke the program's single-season record for wins in a year and came within one win of a trip to the College Softball World Series Finals. The Generals, though, didn't have enough offense today and fell to Corbin 4-2 and will have to settle for a third-place finish in the tournament. Still, congrats to the Generals on a good season. Now the baseball field, La Tech pitcher Nate Harris and catcher Brent Diaz were named All-Americans by Collegiate Baseball. This marks the first time in the history of the program that the Bulldogs have garnered multiple All-American selections in the same season. Harris and Diaz were also both named First Team All-Conference, and Harris was tabbed as the Conference USA Pitcher of the Year. The governing body for athletics said today that 3 more Russian athletes have been cleared to compete in the international competition as neutrals, while another 28 have had their applications rejected. Now they will join 12 others who were previously cleared after proving to the Doping Review Board that they've been training in an environment that passes the necessary requirements. The Russian National Athletics Federation remains suspended after investigations found evidence of widespread systematic doping. That means the majority of Russian athletes will miss the World Championships this August. The federation's president said last month they were disappointed by Russia's lack of progress in cleaning up its anti-doping regime and made it clear that the ban on the country's athletics federation would continue indefinitely. A former University of Illinois football player spoke for the first time today after receiving $250,000 in settlement after injury claims. In 2015, Simon Vjovanovic went public after allegations that he was being forced to play while sustaining knee and shoulder injuries. He says he was also told to keep quiet about his injuries and continue playing football. And now his claims of player mistreatment have sparked major changes to the Illinois football program.
To me, the principles in the admittance, they've said very plainly that they were wrong and that wrongdoings were done and that their system allowed it.
2 legendary college football coaches headline this year's list of nominees for the College Football Hall of Fame. Starting with Mack Brown, his coaching career spanned 30 seasons, including 244 wins, a national title win with the Longhorns in 2005, and 20 consecutive winning seasons. The other coach is Frank Beamer. Beamer led Virginia Tech to 23 consecutive bowl appearances in the 1999 national title game. He accumulated 280 wins in his career. Funny enough, the 2 legends only faced each other once in their entire careers. Brown ended up winning that game. The 2018 Hall of Fame class will be announced in January. And play had to be stopped for a few moments today during the A's and Indians game. Daniel Robertson at the plate when the outfield sprinkler systems decided to turn on. Water sprayed from the sprinklers, giving everyone except for A's manager Bob Melvin something to laugh at. Probably because his team had 4 errors in the inning and ended up losing. So it was probably a nice reprieve from the fans who said, hey, yeah, cool little sprinkler, but Bob Melvin was not all too pleased.
Well, yeah, and if you got 4 errors in an inning,
you're probably not going to be happy.
No. That's not
You just want to get the inning over with.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Nick.
Yeah.
A baby hippo makes a splash in her media debut. The challenges Fiona faced after a little bit of a rough start. Next on ABC 31 News.
Our military makeover recognizes the sacrifice of a deserving young Marine.
Tune in and learn about an American hero, the community and the companies who come together to give back.
One singular sensation makes her debut in Cincinnati and seems to take pure pleasure in wowing her spectators. Fiona the hippo made her first media appearance at the Cincinnati Zoo. The 4-month-old hippo swam, ran, and just hopped around. Fiona was born 6 weeks premature in January and was severely underweight at only 29 pounds. Well, she's now up to a whopping 270-plus pounds. Zoo officials say she's gaining weight and strength, but she's not quite ready to make a public appearance. Caretakers are hoping she can be on exhibit sometime this summer. Definitely is loving that water.
Yeah. It could be a hot day. Get out, cool off.
Graceful in the water.
Enjoying that.
Outside
swim.
of the water, hippos, maybe not so graceful, but in the water, yes.
They get around. Yeah. Well, thanks for watching ABC 31 News. Have a great night.
When a case seems unsolvable, they see the incredible. Murder, motive, secrets. Bones Weekends.
Watch Bones weekends on KLAX ABC 31.
Sing along with Stalag 13.
Hello! Hello! We hope you like our show. We hope you like our show. We'll sing and joke and entertain you folk. You'll laugh, scream, cry, sigh, and absolutely die. So please don't go. Please stay and see our show. We hope. Stay and see our show.
Watch MeTV Alexandria over the air on channel 31.2.